strong influence, a strong role model, someone that you really looked up to, growing up, and certain behaviors, certain ways that they went about certain things that you was excited about it. It gave you some type of adrenaline. So because there's fire here everywhere and hustling, constantly on the move, right? With the people. But it's like something within your the identity of your personality and your characteristics. It's not all authentically yours. It actually belongs to an energy of someone else's, and there's actually something else inside of you that is brewing, that wants to be created, that wants to come into I heard combustion, and that, to me, that combustion is to come alive. Libra, welcome to Moonlight Truth Studios. For those of you that do not know, I am Mama Soul. I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups, and all my imperfections and my interruptions too. I come as a holistic individual, okay? Mind, body, soul, spirit, and my emotions and my soul. However, my Libras, coming into your energy, I was having a little bit of like a pinching sensation in my body, in my kidney area, or in the area of my spleen. So there's something with the liver, which is also a message that came out in one of the it actually could have been Aries. I did Aries and Cancer, because we're looking into how the mutable energy of Gemini's axis or cross actually works, or what it may be surfacing up inside of you, within your thoughts, within your mind, and things of that nature. Um, and the liver did come out in one of the messages. At the end, I will have the studio for Gemini season 2026. They are timeless. However, it is according to when you're ready to change or shift into the timeline, and you're no longer, afraid of the dark, or no longer afraid of the things that are facing you, that's keeping you from really being able to hear your inner calling, or really be able to hear and acknowledge your soul as well. Okay. Do keep in mind, my Libras, this is still general. My Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. And my Chirons, and my south nodes and north nodes, even though they're expressed a little differently. However, those areas within your natal chart is what you want to go in to learn thyself, to learn what your blueprint and how the Most High designed you, source, okay, divine, however you want to call it, has designed you in your mother and father's womb. Your mother's womb, but yet it took your father's spermatozoa to get you here, right? Anywho, Libra, enough. I jibber jabber, I ramble. Okay. If you're here for a microwave effect, this is not the space or the place for you. Use your discernment. Everything that you need is linked down below. Let's see. All that jazz. You know what to do when you come into the house and the YouTube streets. The message unfolds as we move forward. Okay. If it's not for you, take the pieces that are and leave the rest for someone else, please. Appreciate you. All right, that's going to get really strong and really potent over here. I'm letting you know that now. So if I start choking or whatever, I got my fan on right now. But anywho, enough of the jibber jabber. We're going to see what this Gemini wants to bring forward. I'm going to bring astrological influence to see what part of your natal chart this may resonate with, or as others signs, they were repeating from the energy of the mutable cross. Okay. The mutable cross is Gemini. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chrissy. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. My Libras, you are a part of the carnal cross. Okay. This is the one that gets the plan, the vision, brings things, the blueprint, brings things into, initiate new ideas, new thoughts, and you're to come into the mastery of that in this life. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay. So you definitely want to check out those energies to see if your connection, if it's not here, maybe there. Okay. There's that Gemini. I'm telling you, Gemini, some people are really going to need to ground themselves, really make sure themselves are anchored in for the next few months, June 20th to September, and then a little break into April, and then April for 7 years, Uranus and Gemini. I cannot express. It's going to be a lot of good things and not so good things. Remember, I deal from the shadow and the light, the hot and the cold. Okay. Um, yeah, the figurative, the literal, the spiritual, the earthly. I got you. See, people wants to. Okay, I'm not messing with that person. Anywho, supreme greatest, most ancient of the ancient ancestors, of a greatest good and a highest vibration. What is it that we, the collective, in the energy of Libra, need to see, hear, or know at this time? Shay Om. Amen. We're going to get a tea time that is going to be like the general energy, or yeah, what I like to call beneath the surface. And then we're also, well, the healing bones didn't want to come forward. So maybe that's why the liver spleen area, from the other videos that have already been produced that will be linked at the end. Um, yeah, because it seems like it's a overall, it's pretty much the same. Those body parts, the mouth, the tongue, the lips, something, the shoulders, the hands, something like that. That they're still relevant because it's still around the communication. Because Gemini's body parts, a lot of it, the shoulders, the hands, those, that's energy of Gemini, the two twins, the twins that get it done, that do certain things to get certain stuff done. Libra, sun, moon, and rising, and Chiron, the fifth house. That's fire. Libra, air, fire. Fifth house. Ooh. Gemini energy was Libra, sun, moon, rising. Because fifth house energy of Leo, it says love affairs, romance, play, parties, okay, children, having fun, entertainment, fertility. It's a lot going on here. Different situations, different faces, but love affairs and romance and the Gemini mutable cross have been coming out. So there may be something significant within that for you. Okay. Some of you may also be changing your appearance, maybe getting more, like me. I'm going with the flow. I'm starting to feel a little more in my skin, a little more comfortable with who and what and how it is. It's been a process, but it's like there's a passion as well. There's a fire, there's a desire. And then too, on the other side of this, what I'm getting is there's still also a cross within an affair, a love affair here. The love affair can be your wife or your husband at home, and you're just entangled in your job, don't know exactly when to quit. You leave out of the house at 8 a.m. and then you don't come back into the house until 9:30 p.m. You don't know when to stop. That's for someone very specifics. And maybe this Leo fire energy may be saying you need to have a little fun. You need to, let your hair down, let your inner child come out and shine, because the fifth house as well is not only the charismatic, but you see the teddy bear, the inner child, the heart of the inner child wanting to have fun, be a little more spontaneous, but not within the lower polarities of it, within those fires that burn things down and, arguments or, but there's something quick coming in as well. This Gemini energy is bringing something fast, fiery. So let's put that there. And yeah, spontaneity is going to be, keep feeling like somebody's touching me over here. Oh gosh, come on y'all, not today, Libra, not yet. Use those cards that y'all had me pull off the shelf, because there's something different. There's still the same, but yet there's still a different shift within Mhm. He says, show it. Marrying for money, false delusions, false desires, false passions. Very easy for fifth house, and depending on what other planets and stuff are there, to get really in that type of space there. But not yet. They want to go here. This is my mugwort with my frankincense and copal that is in there. We have focus and summons. There's an inner aspect within you that is summoning you that I feel like could also be the inner child seeing the teddy bear. But then there's also like there's something that you're summoning. There's something that you're yearning, something that you're trying to pull in because fifth house energy is still that fire, and fire element is right here. This is like pulling in, like collecting the atoms and stuff, and bringing. It feels kind of like alchemy. Alchemy can be very dangerous. Transmuting energies when you don't really know exactly what you're doing or how, and to go about certain things can be dangerous. Okay, everything has safety protocols. you know Everything has a certain specific guideline that we should not ignore, that we should still be able to pay attention to. Okay, I don't know exactly who that is for, but I'm going to channel it how I receive it. Hope. What is it that you want to share with the Libra sun, moon, and risings and chirons? Yeah, because the chiron is like really, and the moon is like really the suppression of, and the wounding. The truths of ourselves that we don't want to show others. Our playfulness. Our corny jokes or certain things, our little things. Getting tongue tied, trying trying to get the words out, trying to communicate the message. But anywho, lost that thought. False flaws, hiccups, and all y'all. Mama So, I am Christelle, the Earth and Hollow that channels Mama So, okay, and Grandma Spider. She not on the finger today, okay. But the shadow sides, the wounding, the Chiron, the healing power, the medicine, the creative rulership is the power that you hold within that energy of the fifth house. Whatever's in it, whether it's not your Libra, but if it's Taurus, I'm just saying Pisces. So whatever's in it is kind of like the pinpoint of, your moon. It's your hidden truths, your hidden powers. It's the treasures. It's those quirky parts, those things that you don't want really people to see because of the emotional wounding of the inner child that had the experience while growing up, that a lot of my collective, my Libras, sun, moon, and risings aren't even completely all aware of. However, the light and the dark polarities. Do we have anything to say to add? Ain't nothing else to add, y'all. There's a level of obedience. Yeah. There's a level of obedience that is needed. The balancing, the practice, the cue, 1 foot, blindfolded, the swift, the sword, the truths, and then the high priestess of fire. 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 Card number 5, 5-5, major change. Libra, sun, moon, rising, and Chirons. There's some major changes coming around. Some of you are going to be following some inklings, some little twitches, and you're going to be obedient to the voice within you, some of you, and you're going to come to find out about this possible happening of this love affair, or someone's doing something at the job that they're not supposed to be doing. There's truths here. There's a lot of creative power here. There's a lot of mental uh, power here that can help you to drive the force of this fire into positivity. But there's something inside, there's an imbalance inside somewhere. There's an imbalance somewhere within this energy of the cross. Because the Aries, I don't recall, did I even watch the replay of the Aries? I don't think I did this time. So there was something familiar. Anywho, so there's fire, 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 fire. For the forgetful ones, or the ones that's constantly on the move, quick, fast, and the hairy, cooking and stuff and leaving the oven on something, thinking that, oh, wait a minute, let me get the rest of the information. You think you got an hour and 15 minutes for something to be in the oven to cook. You need to run to the store real quick, or you need to go grab little Johnny or little Becky, and you say, oh, well, and you go run. Don't do it. Turn the oven off, stop the whole press, start over when you come back in. Potential fires are around. Okay. Don't be hasteful. Don't leave, your incense or your candles or anything around lit, even if they are considered quote unquote safe. That's, I don't know. I really want to look into this fire, y'all, because there's something here in this fire. Is this the deck? Yeah, because this isn't the cooling waters. Maybe that's what's missing: the water, the nurturing, the intuition, the balance, the intuition, trusting within the sword, the inner parts of you, the inner child. There's the moon underneath the bottom of that. Yeah, this is your intuition. That water element, that sacral. So there's something with the sacral that's not fueling, that's causing the solar plexus to lack bravery and confidence and surety within whatever in your life. Okay. Whatever you come across, if you information you come across and it hurts or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm feeling a little itchy. What's the undercurrent? What do we need to see in the undercurrent? They don't feel right. These don't feel right. They don't feel good in my head. It happened in the Aries and the Cancer video. At least Cancer, I did get a couple cards out, but there's resistance here. Yeah, I was able to get a couple cards out for Aries and Cancer energy. Well, Aries didn't get any other than the Oracle cards. In Cancer, I did get a couple of cards out. High Priestess of Fire, what do you need to show us? What is in the undercurrent? Okay, what's the tea? Let's see what's in the undercurrent. I use the bathroom, y'all. I don't even know how. I can't do it. I got to go. I was trying to maintain myself, but whoo, child. There's a lot in this Libra, in this energy of us. Contracts. Fairness, justice, equality. I even hear the rite of passage. It's like the Libra is we the people. Okay. It's also marriage, which is that Leo is marriage as well, but the Libra part is the contracts. Okay. That brings the marriage. So again, the love affair, the romantic something. Someone always out partying or never really home, like I said, or working all the time. Injustices. Okay, follow suit. Yeah, and then marrying for money, or maybe you already married and you married for money, or you married for looks, or maybe you married for the passion and the sex. I don't know. Maybe the drive, the adrenaline the speed that they was able to produce for you, and then now their access is slowing down, and you don't know what the hell hustling. Yeah, on the move. I'm not laughing at you. Copycat. Where did you come? This recently came out. This came out. I don't know if it was Cancer. I don't know. The hustle and the bustle, the chase after the money. I really want to say that was Cancer's energy, chasing the bag, or saying that you're in one place but you're really not. You're in another. Money is the mission. The first thing was the marrying for the money. This is the deeper shadow of this, the hard truths of this that's standing in the way of my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Chiron. It's really putting money first, making money a sole priority, a sole ruling priority in your life because of a particular way that you want to live, certain image that you want to carry. So this is giving a little bit of a self-indulgence, a little bit of a lot of arrogance, okay? And some of you are going to be getting reflections, mirror reflections and projections of other people that are in that energy. And you're like, what is wrong with them? What is up? Like, what's that about? Please make sure that you look at it. This is an important gap within time of June the 30th to September 19th. If you come to this before April 2027, okay? If you're coming to this video and it's after April 2027, this is the energy for the next 7 years. Watch it, okay? Pay attention to it. Copycat energy. This makes me think of who within your family, within your generation, you know, did you look up to? Was a strong influence, a strong role model, someone that you really looked up to, you know, growing up, and certain behaviors, certain ways that they went about certain things that you was excited about it. It gave you some type of adrenaline. So because there's fire here everywhere and hustling, constantly on the move, right, with the people. But it's like something within your the identity of your personality and your characteristics. It's not all authentically yours. It actually belongs to an energy of someone else's, and there's actually something else inside of you that is brewing, that wants to be created, that wants to come into I heard combustion. And that, to me, that combustion is to come alive. You know, whether it's a project, whether it's your inner child, whether it's a inner part of you, whether it's the recall of something that happened that you might have buried down so deep that now, you're ready to have it come and surface up. Okay. Um, Supreme, let's go ahead and wrap this up. How would you like for me? What you have forgotten? I heard that real clear. My Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what have you forgotten? Let's see. Do keep in mind that this is coming from your soul. All that jazz, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you for coming and sharing your space with me. It is always a pleasure. Do check out another video within the season of Gemini, okay? There's something, just go with the titles. Because this one's going to be hustling. Fire, something fire, like rapid. I don't know. Money hunger. I don't know. It's like money hungry, just to feed the egoic drive of image. So maybe my my Libra, because the Leo energy is hot, baby, with this fifth house. Maybe my Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Chiron. Maybe your Libra's in the fifth house. Because this is kind of feeling like, that, like fifth house. And if not, go see what the hell is in your fifth house, baby. What planets? What's going on, okay? What is the concluding message for Libra? My team is arguing with me in my head because I'm not listening. They want me to pick sacred purpose. I'll be damned. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I work outside. Look, my nails are natural. Look, okay, they're my nails. They're not artificial. Okay, that's me. So they be dirty because I work in the dirt. Sacred purpose to get the job done. There's that 5 again. 51. Can we focus? Oh, 51. 5, 5, 5, 1. There's a need to tap back into the purpose of your inner child, your soul within you, to really tap and go into the water, the sacred, sacral water within the energy of the moon. There's a strong need for a connectivity into obedience. Yeah, because connecting into that obedience and following your purpose and going in to heal or to slow down or to stop making hasty choices and decisions, however this may look, to avoid or postpone your evolution or your healing process. Purpose is a process. And processing gives you purpose, and it gives you a deeper insight, a deeper meaning, a deeper knowing, a better look within yourself and who you are, why you feel the way that you feel, accepting the way that you feel, accepting all of the emotional parts that come with you, the fire, the hot, the cold, the ice, right? The warm, the sun. You know what I'm saying? I do desire that I'm making myself clear here, but what you are forgetting is your soul's purpose, the inner child. There's a lot of knowing here, but it's like this movement in which you get yourself into, you know, the partying. If it's not partying, constantly having fun or getting into love relationships or always hustling and bustling or going to the market or going to do this and just chasing after money, however it looks for you, it doesn't matter here. That is the distraction that is keeping you from really tapping into your inner child and facing your wounds to uncover your treasures. And your treasures are many, they are abundant, and they connect you each piece one by one into your divine purpose. But you have to seek, you have to do the work. You're not looking to be obedient to any god or to anyone, but to be obedient to the self, because obedience to the self is love for the self and so many other things, because that obedience is the natural flow, the natural rhythm of your power for you to create anything. Remember the alchemy. The fire can be dangerous, or it can be utilized to cook food or make tea. But until then, my Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Chiron, I am Mama Solely. Lily came out because of the moon energy, the black moon Lilith. Okay. And until next time, the noisome fly. Uh, you can catch something around here. hit that bell notification, share with other like-minded individuals. Check out the playlists or videos somewhere down in here. And until next time, my beautiful souls, signing out.